Hey, it's Trixie. Welcome to the Underground. Yes, another week. I have to tell you about my trip to Salem. I took my sister because she hasn't been anywhere, and she's got a kid who's a terrorist and her husband, so a couple kids. I pick her up at my mom's. We're going down the street. We get to the end of the street. There's a truck there with his blinker on to turn right. I'm in Mass. They call us Mass holes for a reason. I have no patience. I'm waiting. I'm looking both sides, both ways. There's no cars coming because it's early in the morning, and still nothing. So I pulled over on the left side of the street, which is, if another car came, we'd be dead. But good thing I have no patience. The guy was not in the car. He just left the car there with the blinker on, right in the road. I was like, oh, this is. I'm sorry, but I deal with this all the time with these crazy drivers. So we went to Salem because she's never been there, and I, took her to Lizzie Borden. We had such a great time with that guy that was telling us the stories I never heard, the tour guide. And this one, okay, it was like a long trip because we left on a Friday, and it was like very long drive. I was dying. So we get there and park in the garage because the first one we went to outside was filled, and I'm like, okay, we're going in the garage. So we go to the dungeon. That was the first thing we went to. And the guide, it was a female, older woman. She just seemed like she's whizzing through it. Like she wanted to get, like she memorized it and she wants to rush through it. So I was not into it. We went down to the dungeon. I love the dungeon. But I just didn't think she was into it, and that kind of helps. Like the kid from Lizzie Borden was really into it. He knew everything. You could tell he loved his job. This woman looked like she was sick of it. So, we got to see the cells and everything. Kind of cool. Last time I saw it, I was high, so I don't even remember. Then we went to lunch, and, I can't eat with my sister because she has to order food online and have it delivered because she doesn't eat out anywhere. Very picky. She's got like a histamine allergy. I don't even know what I'm saying. So whatever. So we go back to the car and she's eating, and it's like pulling out a dining room table the way she's eating. I was like, how do you have all this stuff? So we go to the Witch Museum after. Oh, I spent so much money. I can't believe it. I just like a few $100 just for like 4 hours, like $100 an hour. And again, it was okay, but it was a reenactment, and she wanted something live, I guess, but it was okay. I mean, I remembered it differently when I went, and maybe I was a lot younger and I was so into it, but it was okay. It was just all right. But afterwards, we're into this room, and this young kid is talking, and I'm like, he's droning on and on with no energy. And I'm sorry, but look around the room. There was one woman that fell asleep on a bench. If that doesn't tell you you're boring, I don't know what will. Kids, they were just not into it. This kid was like talking very slow and monotone, and I just was like, man, this is awful. That kind of made it. It's kind of like going to a restaurant and having a bad waitress, kind of making the dinner more pleasurable or not. Like so kind of like mixed bag, but I loved all the shirts I got. See, I got one of them. This place we went into, the Magic Parlor, I was like, come on, Bones, we got to go in here. So we had this, they had this Annabelle doll, and I'm going up to the guy, how much for the doll? He's like, $500, $500 to get cursed. And he goes, it's 97% possession free. Okay, no, I'm not taking the chance. That scares the hell out of me. Annabelle scares me. It's encased in glass. And I said, you're bad. And he's like, you have no idea. I'm like, yeah, I have an idea. You wouldn't believe the stuff in that store. It was unbelievable. Okay, so after I left, I'm sorry I did the show early last week, but Biden dropped out like we thought he would drop out. And, of course, Pelosi told him he can't win. You can't win! Remember Rocky? Talia Shire? You can't win! Was that Clubber Lang or Drago when she said you can't win? I don't remember. So, actually, J.D. Vance is probably someone I want to talk about today because he's getting all the women riled up. And Trump, I thought, was going to run away with this, but now he picked the wrong guy. I think he's got to dump this guy because he's bad. He says parents should have more voting power than people who aren't parents. So that's me. They're not invested in the future of our country. How can he make a sweeping generalization like that? What a moron he is. Saying that the Democratic Party is run by childless cat ladies. So that got Jennifer Aniston kind of pissed. She's got millions of followers. Taylor Swift with the cat around her neck. I'm childless. You know what? I pay taxes. I pay taxes for kids for schools. Unbelievable. I think this guy's really bad for Trump. I think Trump thought he was just going to run away with it and pick up someone to the right of him, which is crazy. This guy's bad news. I'll tell you, now there's a chance Kamala could win. They're neck and neck. I think Trump's got a point on her. But I think it's going to get worse. All the women are crazy. Even Republican women are getting pissed off. That's pretty bad. I think for Trump to win now, I don't know if he'll do this. I think he's got to pick Nikki Haley. Pick a woman. It would kind of help. But I don't know that he's going to do that because I know they can't stand each other. So I was watching On Patrol Live. You know, I love that show. This was in Ohio, a state that's going to decide the presidential election. A black guy was streaking in the middle of the road and like totally naked, screaming, bouncing on cars, flopping, if you know what I mean. No cops wants to touch him. They had like gloves on. For obvious reasons. And finally another cop gets there and just tases the guy, and the guy just falls flat on his face. But I guess he was on PCP. I mean, you could tell because, wow, I've never seen anything like that. But, I mean, I'd be filming the thing if I saw a naked guy running around. So Trump was kind of mad that Kamala was picked because that Stephen, what's his name? Stephen Miller? That Nazi guy saying, we spent millions of dollars trying to fight Biden. No, we got to start all over again. He was like crying like a baby. And Trump, like, oh my God, he must have been sitting on the toilet all day long. We have to start all over again. Kamala raised $81 million overnight, a new record. Democrats are rallying behind her. I just think that, Kamala said something. Now, she was a former attorney general, and Trump is a convicted felon. This is going to be interesting. She's like, I've taken on perpetrators of all kinds, predators who have used women, fraudsters who've ripped off consumers. She must have thought a bit before saying this. Cheaters who broke the rules for their own gain. So I know Donald Trump's type. So the only thing she's got a problem with is kind of being authentic. And people, the Republicans don't like her laugh. So now Trump called her Laughing Kamala. He can do better than that. He can do better than that. And then Crooked Joe Biden. But he should stop talking about Joe Biden because Joe Biden's leaving. He's kind of gone. He wrote on Sunday on Truth Social at 10:19, it's not over. Tomorrow, Crooked Joe Biden is going to wake up and forget that he dropped out of the race. 10:26. Oh my God, 7 minutes later. Couldn't he just write an extension at 10:19? Biden never had COVID. He's a threat to democracy. 10:46. Still on the toilet. Who's running our country right now? Thank God, not you. It's not Crooked Joe. He has no idea where he is. It's kind of funny. If he can't run for office, he can't run our country. So that's the thing with Republicans. They're saying he shouldn't even be president right now, but I don't know what they're talking about. He's the presumptive nominee. He was the presumptive. The Democratic convention's not till next month when he accepts the nomination. Do they not know the law or they don't care? I don't understand. I mean, Trump was almost on a ventilator from COVID and he didn't even hand it over to Pence. So that's what he's doing. He doesn't care. He just doesn't care. I think the Democrats, he's at 6:05, he wakes up, he must have slept for a few hours on Monday. The Democrats pick a candidate, Crooked Joe Biden. He loses the debate badly, then panics and makes the mistake after mistake, is told he can't win, true, and decide they will pick another candidate, true. Probably Harris. They stole the race from Biden. He's like into this. I don't know what you mean they stole the race from Biden. I mean, look, it's okay that you can let go of J.D. Vance. We're not going to freak out over that. It's good for that you picked J.D. Vance, though. It's good for the Democrats. After he won it in the primaries, the first. Is it the first, or did that ever happen before? I'm not sure. These people are the real threat to democracy. That is democracy, honey. We get to pick who we want, not you. 6:24 a.m. on the toilet again. It's a new day, and Joe Biden doesn't remember quitting the race yesterday. You know, Donald Trump should not be in politics. He's kind of funny. He should be a comedian. He's demanding his campaign schedule and arranging talks with President Xi of China and Putin of Russia concerning the possible start of World War III. Biden is sharp, decisive. Is he really talking like this? Energetic, angry, and ready to go. He's insane. I don't understand. Dementia. So now Donald Trump is the oldest nominee. 78. So now watch out with those old comments. He never worked out a day in his life, did he? Except lifting Big Macs. I don't know. Trump donated to Kamala. Did you know this? $6,000 when she ran for Attorney General. I saw the check in 2013. Kind of funny. Trump telling supporters he's not going to be nice to Kamala. Really? Is he ever nice? I don't understand. When was he nice? So he wasn't nice to Hillary. I don't understand that. So Kamala says there's a choice between freedom and compassion and rule of law or chaos, fear, and hate. John, you're choosing chaos? So everybody's commenting how we're going back and forth. Me and you.
Yeah,
they kind of like you.
Yeah.
They kind of like us fighting. They want us at each other's throats.
Well, we're totally on opposite ends of the spectrum.
But we still get along.
That's right.
We still like each other.
It makes us better than everybody else.
Yes, I know. J.D. Vance, many of the most unhappy and most miserable and most angry people in our media are childless adults. I mean, really? I'm pretty happy right now, except certain things. I just, be careful, because once Taylor Swift gets in the race, wait till she starts endorsing Kamala. I don't know. I mean, I don't think that's true. That he mentioned Buttigieg. Buttigieg has a kid. I don't know what he's... I know, but I'd like... Well, no, but why is he talking about childless and then mentioning people with children? Kamala's got kids through her marriage. I don't really understand. At least when you're going to rank on someone, be accurate. So, the January 6th, this is what Bill Maher says, the January 6th rioters should measure J.D. Vance's neck just in case, for a noose. Hysterical. Again, Bill Maher. I love Bill Maher. Trump didn't survive the assassination attempt. What did he say? Trump didn't survive the attempt on his life because of divine intervention. He survived because a virgin couldn't hit the fattest president since Taft. So listen, first there's ghosting, now there's cloaking. I got ghosted recently. Cloaking blocks you on all communication channels. I have been cloaked by a Trump supporter friend that I've had since I was like in grammar school. I didn't block her back because I feel like that's very childish. So that's like kind of ghosting and cloaking reveal people in their self-centeredness and their lack of empathy. Like I wouldn't even... Who cares? Like, why are you going through such lengths to be an asshole, basically? If you want to even ask why, you can't even reach the ghost to find out why. I just don't understand. So, like, I like closure, so you'll never get closure, but I kind of knew about the cloaking. The ghosting, yeah, I kind of figured it out. It's kind of like not rocket science. But, like, I believe in communication, compassion. That's, I kind of like think about, that's my problem. I think about other people. Ghosting is more self-centered, done so that the ghost doesn't have to explain to you why they're leaving you. Bailing on commitment, severing ties. I give people credit for being cold. It's pretty good. Then they may cloak you, avoid seeing posts, comments. But that's not cloaking. That's like unfollowing, right? Johnny, you a whiz at social media. When you unfollow someone, you don't see their posts.
Right.
Okay. So that's not cloaking. Cloaking means you're just blocking them, I think.
Yeah, in fact, I just did that myself.
You did?
Yeah.
You cloak somebody?
I stopped following.
Oh, that's not cloaking.
I get sick and tired of their lying Democratic views.
So why don't you just, there's a thing you can click on that says, don't show me posts like this. My cousin. Okay. Because he's a total crazy Trump supporter. So I just kind of say, don't show me posts like this. If it's crazy... Or, I don't mind people liking Trump, but if
there's a time and a place for everything, and I don't care if I agree with the view. Yeah. It's where they're posting it. It's not
what do you mean, where they're...
social ideas. LinkedIn.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So if they see that your posts, it may stir guilt in them, and they can't have that. They don't want to think that they're, responsible. They don't want any responsibility. They want to avoid any emotion in themselves. It's actually a clever way of doing it. And I'm sure it's not the first time they've done it. I don't know. It's so funny. So an adult would communicate their feelings, take responsibility. See, I don't even consider myself an adult, but I guess I am an adult in some ways. But I think of other people, The most important endorsement of Kamala Harris that she can sway the election. 18% of 1,500 voters were more likely or significantly more likely to vote for a candidate endorsed by Taylor Swift. That's how much power Taylor Swift has. So now launched is Swifties for Harris on X and Instagram. That's so funny. It's not affiliated with Taylor Swift, though. But I'm sure she likes that. Swift has previously said, quote, "The change we need most is to elect a president who recognizes that people of color deserve to feel safe and represented, that women deserve the right to choose what happens to their bodies, and that the LGBTQ..." John, IA. You were supposed to do some research on what IA means. Community deserves...
I gave up when I found out that there's 37 different genders out there, and there's only 24 letters in the alphabet.
Yeah. And community deserves to be acknowledged and included. There's a few genders. I'm going to go gay, straight, trans. And is hermaphrodite a gender? That's when someone doesn't have anything. Right?
I don't know. When I ran out of alphabet, I ran out of interest.
Micro moments create lasting relationships. Barbara Fredrickson, a psychologist, did research on positive emotions at University of North Carolina. So creating micro moments to reinforce love. You know, like I like elephants. So if someone gets you an elephant or something that has to do with elephants, or they know you like tulips or roses and you bring them home to your wife or your husband, or they like notes or cards, you know, that say, "I'm thinking about you." A small act of kindness communicate a deep commitment or affection for them that creates a strong emotional bond. 2, creating micro moments to reinforce friendship. Laughing together, looking at each other, getting tickets to Taylor Swift. Anybody wants to turn me on? Get me tickets to Taylor Swift. I can't get an adult to go with me. I'll be your best friend. 3, creating micro moments of security, dependable, knowing that you are safe no matter what you're going through. They are there for you. Okay, I just want to say something. I should have said this last week because Trump's call to RFK Jr. Did you hear what he said? It was hysterical. When you feed a baby, Bobby, a vaccination that's like 38 different vaccines and it looks like it's meant for a horse. He's cracking me up. Not a, 10 or 20 pound baby. When the hell was there a 20 pound baby, John? Never heard of a 20 pound baby.
Well, I think he's talking about in infancy, I mean, when they're young.
20 pounds?
Well, 20 pounds, yeah.
He just cracks me up. It looks like you should be giving a horse. Oh my gosh. That is hysterical. I just thought I'd throw that in there. All right, I'm going on my bike. I've talked too much. Thanks for watching the show. You guys, you can subscribe for free, and you can, don't text me. Email me, trixie@gmail.com. Is it trixie@gmail.com or Trixie's Underground?
It's TrixxiePodcast@gmail.com.
I don't even know my own email.
Show.
Sorry. Goodbye. I need rest.
My son was a 13-pounder.
Yeah, but not 20, John. Not 20. 13 pounds?
Yeah.
Huge. Thank God I never got pregnant.